Yo, episode 168. And feeling great. Here we go. Grab some drinks. Oh, this is a good one. Maybe a 2-hour one. Let's see. Let's do it. Come on in. Happy Monday. All right, we got some people in here. Let's have some fun. There we go. What's up, everybody? Oh, we got a good group in here. Fallon, Michael, Lorcan, Eric Carr, Bruja, Tony. Who else is in here? Ryan, Atomic Pirate Girl. What's up? I'm a little and I haven't even had any of this. It's because I just got out of a rehearsal. What's up? It might I literally ran in the door and was like, and started, getting this ready. But I did do a lot of homework for today's episode, and you're in for a treat. This is live. If you're in the chat, say hi, god dang it. And if I don't know you, I hope you can hear me. If I don't know you, say hi. Brian, there we go. See, ba-boom. Yeah, if I know you, tell me how I know you, and if I don't know you, introduce yourself. What's up? Who we got here? Brian. You need some of that. Yeah. Oh, some of this or some of this. So tonight I am drinking. Please remind me who sent me this cup. Are you watching? I've had a few cups sent to me. Was this? What up? What up, Goblinko? Hey, congratulations to Goblinko. They had their biggest Kickstarter of all time, brother. Party on. Yee! Congrats. Anytime you need help, let me know. Goblinko's the maker of Dungeon Degenerates, the world's greatest board game. I'm going to call you the unofficial sponsors of this show, if that's okay with you. Because I don't mind pimping you. What's up, Lorcan? Sherman? What's up? Everybody's in here. This is going to be a good one. Dude, I got a serious subject to talk about. A couple of them. One of them's about magic, and I mean real magic and fake magic. And the other one is the phenomenon of Corey. You know who. And I'm going to talk about the breakdancer too. So we'll get to that. Wow, we're going to have a big chat tonight. Wow, okay. Well, I'm back. Whenever I can do these. That's it. Helen. Listen, Helen. This is one of my favorite cups. I drink out of it daily. I use it exclusively on my show. It holds a lot of beverages, and anytime I have a party, this is my goblet. Seriously. Thank you. Mama's in the house! Me and my mom saw Aliens the other day. My mom likes horror films. I was just going to mention this. So, and she will attest, it wasn't very crowded. We enjoyed it. Now, I'm not a fan of the newer... I don't know much about... I love the first one and the second one, okay? Let's get that straight. I do think that the new one is obviously an homage to the old ones. It takes place between them. And so I was blown. I don't want to spoil anything. Yes, Clownvis has one. Yeah, I know. I thought the movie, the best part was the vibe. The tech looked beautifully old school and well lived in and real. It had much more of a realism to it. But I liked it. I thought it was scary. I thought that, yeah, I think it's okay. Now Disney owns it, unfortunately. So it's a reboot of sorts. Yeah, you don't need to know much. The only thing is, I don't know a lot about Prometheus sequel and the backstory of Prometheus. You need to know a little bit of that with this, but they're trying to work them together a bit more. But it's good. It's a simple story. My mom will tell you. I think she liked it. My mom did. Hey, Tony D, where are you coming from? Yeah, so it's good. I will say, today is William Marshall's birthday. William Marshall, the great Shakespearean actor, star of Blackula, and the king of cartoons. Man, I wish I could show you. Hold on a second. I don't think you can see. No, you can't see. On the wall, oh, you can't see. So that's over there. Up on the wall, over there, there's a Pee Wee Herman funeral, and the king of cartoons is reading the eulogy. In action figures. I posted it when Pee Wee died. I'll post it again on one of his anniversaries. Mr. Pike. The xenomorph are scary. Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of phallic imagery in Geiger's work. And in this one, you see it. Yes. And there's lots of, I'm going to use the word pudendal. See, I like fancy words. There's pudendal and phallic imagery. Who do we got in here? We never met. Huh. Party on. Well, there we go. Howdy. Come on in. Let's have fun. What else did I write? Intro to... Oh, quickly. This Saturday. Oh, if you're new, please hit the like and subscribe, damn it. It's the least you can do. If you like to donate, god dang it, we got a donation thing. You just go below and there's a link. Bada boom, in the description. There's also a link to Goblinko. Go look at their stuff. If you like games and stuff, my god, it's the best board game in the world. If you, I did see Long Legs with my mama. My mom's a horror film freak. I thought Aliens was better than... Yes. Yeah, I do like the backstory a bit. Coming from Florida. What's up, brother? I was going to do... What am I doing here? I was going to say two things. A, this Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I will be in Brooklyn performing at Custom Culture Fest. Tattoos, pole dancing, motorcycle contests, hot rods, countercultural ephemera, weed product, t-shirts, loud music, sideshow, magic shows, and bands. 3 days. I will be working all 3 days, the whole day into the night. I will be on the main stage as MC for all the contests, all the shows, and my own shows. And I will be doing all the announcements. So, if you're in Brooklyn or anywhere in the tri-state area, come party! It's like something you can come party at for a long time. I gotta see Long Legs again. Here's the thing about it. When it was over, I didn't love it and I didn't hate it, but I did want to see it again. So that's a good sign. I've had many movies like that where it's so much and so all over the place that I need a second. There will definitely be pole dancers. Lots of them. Yeah. There's also going to be burlesque and like live bands. That's a lot. It's in Brooklyn. Come on down. I don't know who's around. And September, there's going to be a Rambones show at the Surf Club in Rockaway Beach, Queens. We are doing an awareness day for the Ramones Amphitheater. Right down here, they built an amphitheater. I have 4,114 signatures, and I also have, hand signatures and digital. I also have the Living Ramones support, the ones that are still alive. there is opposition. Somebody doesn't want to do it, and they're getting in the way. So we're going to do an awareness day, and I'm going to invite the news. So we're going to win. We're going to get it done. There's already too many people involved. Anybody in round, I'll be posting like a freak. I'm going to need support to come show up and make a lot of noise. And if they don't do that, we're going to show up to the board meeting with a marching band playing Blitzkrieg Bop. I think that might work. The Civics wrote a letter to the community board saying, this guy's idea for doing this Ramones thing's good. We agree. Parks also wrote into this. Parks likes the idea. Everybody does. So when they emailed it to the board leader, they didn't respond. I emailed it. She didn't respond. I then emailed it to her, tagging the newspapers. Then they got mad. Then I went to the community board and said, hi, my name's Cardone. I'm the guy spearheading the naming of the amphitheater. And here's the letter. We emailed it. No one responded, so I thought I'd deliver it to you by hand. And when I walked up, she didn't make eye contact with me. She just went, and took it. And that moment, I was like, that was weird. At this point, I didn't know she had already decided she was naming it after her friend, probably. I didn't know yet. I didn't know anything. But now all the rumors are around that she's pretty much like, nah, we're going to name it after this. I don't know who this guy is. We can get the whole neighborhood behind this, and the world, for that matter. So, thank you very much. There is a petition. I don't know if I have a link in my stuff. I should put one in all my stuff. Change.org. Ramones. We won some petition awards. We won like New York Petition of the Year. Yeah, too bad they didn't post it again or boost it. Anyway, hold on a second. Well, it's just, yeah, it's silly. The whole neighborhood's behind it. They wrote the damn theme song. Come on. They did party here, too. It's going to bring business. The whole point of this is to get a statue. I want a statue on the boardwalk. I think we can raise the money. It's not hard. I literally have everybody's support. Everybody. If I told you, by God, just donate a couple dollars, $1, $2, $5, $20, even $100, whatever, for a bronze statue of the opening of the record, of all four of them on the boardwalk, so you can come up here and take a picture? Come on. Come on. It'll bring tourists. My whole argument is we need to celebrate modern mythology. We've created new mythologies and they're good. And now they name everything after banks or politicians. Nobody likes politicians. None of y'all are watching the DNC right now. You're watching me. So, piddle away. I want fun. I want mirth. Naming this after them makes a big difference. It's a fun thing to celebrate. They're our hometown heroes, for damn sakes. Boston Fall. Okay. Boondocon. Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, the cards. Yes. Not yet. I had to get the cards. I only have a couple decks left, folks. So, yes, no, it's not updated yet. I've been very busy. Last weekend was busy. This week's busy. I'm starting to get busy. I'll get to it, I promise. Hold on. We're getting ready to go into the theme of the show tonight, okay? Tonight's theme, where are we here? Damn it, there we go. Magic transparency in the Corey Feldman phenomenon. Hi from Zalphon. Okay. Do we do this Corey Feldman thing? I actually have notes. I'm going to take these off. Hi. Yeah, I'm a little like, blah, blah, blah. We just played our Ramones set, you know. And my arm is in this mode. I'm a little bouncy. Well, I don't know about you, but I've been a Corey Feldman fan for a long time. When I was a little kid, I saw this. And this still is one of my favorite horror films. I believe it's Corey Feldman's first film. This is not a Corey Feldman history thing where I'm doing a whole backstory on him. I'm going to do a little bit because it's part of how we got here. We have to. But for me, Corey Feldman, the first time I believe I saw him was this.
Something from this pipe. Remember me, Jason? Jason, don't you remember? Remember, Jason. Jason, remember. Remember.
Okay. Friday the 13th, part 4, the final chapter. In my opinion, the best one. He's great in it. He's Tommy Jarvis. And Tom Savini did all the special effects. And they modeled the character after Tom Savini. Because in the movie, the little kid is a makeup artist. It's a great movie. He's an adorable little kid actor. He really was. He had a really likable quality. And then Goonies, he's sassy, he's funny. And then Lost Boys, they kind of overact in that movie, but it's perfect. You know, they're so dead serious that it's great. And so he was a really successful child actor in Hollywood. I heard his parents were kind of exploitative with his life, you know. I saw an interview with him and his dad once that was just off. You could tell they didn't have a good relationship. So, right, friends with Michael Jackson. And then you didn't hear about him for a while. I didn't hear about him for years. I knew that he made Lost Boys sequels that were maybe good. Maybe somebody out here can tell me. I don't remember when I heard he was doing music. Because I'd never heard that he was a musician in any capacity. You know, Johnny Depp was a musician before he was an actor. So I didn't hear like, oh, he has a pop song. He's in a rock band. I didn't hear anything. Did anybody know that he, in that like, I don't know, I want to say late 90s, early 2000s. I was busy and not paying attention. Maybe that's what it is. Literally from 91 till, I don't know, 06, 05, I was out of the loop, man. I didn't watch anything. I was touring in bands and hey, bada boom, Tony, thank you very much. Boom. It all goes to a good cause. Hi. Yeah. So, look at those things fall. Yeah, okay, so here you go. Lorcan, Lost Boys 2 sucked. 3, okay, I mean, look, I like low budget if it's good, you know? I'm assuming they're terribly low. So, okay, all right. So, yeah, he's not known as a musician. It doesn't mean he hasn't been playing music his whole life. I don't know. Now, here's the deal. He was good friends with Michael Jackson. He hung out with him all the time, and he swears the guy ain't weird. Okay? I have heard, when I heard Michael Jackson was doing the, you got to be careful what you say now online. There's so much censorship now on YouTube. It's really bad. Really bad. I'm looking at the camera, and I'm talking to you right now. It's going to get worse. You can't say even some words that aren't even bad anymore. Like suicidio, gaga, gaga. That word you can't say anymore. You can't say the brown stuff words. You can't, I mean, really. It's like even the silly stuff, they're starting to like. Anywho, not to go down a free speech hole, but yeah. Back to the subject of Corey Feldman. As a phenomenon, I would say, yeah, there you go. Thank you. Oh yeah, well the Coreys. Okay, so one of the Coreys they both had drug problems. It sounds like. I think they were both partying, and one of the Coreys, the one that died, yeah, censorship is abominable. It really is. Corey. Okay, yeah. So okay, here's the thing. There with Michael Jackson, with Corey. There's a few videos out there that explain in detail. I was mortified when I heard Michael was a weirdo. I was like, oh, it's just like. So, yes, I like it. Okay, well, that's a whole nother subject. Yes, bravo. I've heard rebuttals on Michael Jackson being innocent and some really good, plausible arguments to his innocence. It doesn't mean that he's not weird. In a nutshell, here's how I would describe it. He definitely was stunted at growth mentally a bit. So I from what I gather, and like from Corey Feldman's stories, he was the kind of guy that liked to snuggle with kids. Now, if I snuggle with my kids when they're little kids, well, that's me and my kids snuggling on the couch and watching a movie. When they were little, it was adorable. If I snuggled with my best friend's kids or the neighbor's kids, now we have a problem. And to me, for some reason, people forgave him for this weird kind of thing because he was famous and clearly stunted mentally. The man bought his ventriloquist dummy a plane ticket. So, now, is he easily exploitable? Well, yeah. And so, I don't know. I haven't done the deep dive and really gone looking for evidence of whatever. But according to Corey, he was pretty cool. And he taught him how to dance. So Corey Feldman ain't a bad dancer. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to this. Because there's a subtle thing that happens eventually. So Corey Feldman, I think he's little. I think he's like 5'4", 5'5". So he's not a tall guy. His child actor fades away as he grows into a man. And he wasn't getting the parts, so he focuses on his passion, which must have been music. I don't think he's a rock and roller. And when I mean rock and roller, I mean like me and my friends. We all play lots of instruments, and we're in bands, and we've been in bands our whole lives. And we go, in this band, we can jam with our friends, and we play punk songs, and right? And so, I don't think he's like a rock guy, So, he's more of like a studio sing guy, like other people make music, and he comes in and sings, maybe, lyrics, maybe, right? I can see that. He might strum the guitar a bit, play a little bit on the barely. So, as his career, he starts doing music, and he puts out some stuff. I never notice it. The first time I noticed his new music was, and I was going to show this video tonight, but I'm not. I have some other videos I'm going to show. And yes, we're going to talk about the breakdancers too, so hold on here. This is a good episode. Just hold on. I have a lot to say. Please, I hope you guys have a lot to say. This is a live show. Hit the like and subscribe, please. Say if you have any opinion upon this, pipe in. We're a good group in here. We'll listen. Sometimes I need help remembering where I left off. Michael Jackson. Corey Feldman. Corey making music. He's like been blessed by Michael Jackson, okay? I have some rock and rollers that I got to share the stage with, that I got to tour with or play shows with or open for, that I feel blessed by. I really do. I mean, life-changing. Like when I got to open for some of the bands that my old band opened for, I feel like I took a part of that with me, and now when I play shows, it's in there. It's all there. So imagine, he was hanging out at Michael Jackson's house, you know. Okay, see, 94, never knew. That's when I was just getting ready to move to New York City. You know, I was busy as shit. Okay, yeah, well, we're getting to the screwy. Hold on. All right, Sean, hold on. You're jumping ahead. I'm telling you, it gets really screwy. Because even today, I watched some things that, like, made me, like, ugh, wow. Yeah, like, yeah, this is why we're talking about him. Corey, if you're watching this, you are an interesting character. Really. And an artist, and an actor, and a musician. I hold you high. But you have some detail to your character that's fascinating. Instead of but, let's say and. Yeah. And he's screwy. Yeah. Yes. Well, this is why he's interesting. This is it. This is why this group is here. We would rather that, a lot of us. You know, flawed humans are interesting. Are they not? This is why Disney's no fun. So, 94. All right. The first I heard his music, he made a video called Ascension Millennium. And it's kind of like a... It's like a dance song. It's like a one vibe. And the video, which you should definitely watch, is him waking in bed with his woman. And you get to see him wake up, and she's like a Playboy looking model. And then he goes downstairs, and there's more Playboy models, and they live there too. And then he goes into the living room, and there's people. And all of a sudden, you realize he lives in a party house, like Hugh Hefner. And then you look, and you're like, he's literally vibing the Hugh Hefner thing, where and I think he really was throwing parties there and kind of charging admission to come hang. I think that was one of his hustles. I'm sure he was hustling. Bro, when you go from making, like, Goonies and movies like that to, like, not making big movies, and you're a musician, and, you know, there's only so many gigs you can do. So he's hustling, right? It's cheese. It is pretty cheesy, but yes. Yeah. He's just going for it. He knows what go for it means. They have a song. Okay, so we'll get to that. You get it, Lorcan. You're jumping ahead too. Hold on. Don't forget that thing you just said right there. Yeah, because I'm gonna ask you to put that up again. Because really, that's what it is. Yeah, we can jump ahead a bit. He knows he's flawed. I mean, there's video of him talking about it, okay? I mean, he knows. But his spirit and his heart go up and around it. I mean, yeah, clearly. So I see this video where I'm like, whoa, this guy's... he's partying. He's surrounded by women. Then there was a show he was on. Oh, I like it. Now we're doing Pig Latin on here. I don't have my glass. You know what? I got to the bit where I need glasses to read, but I can see clearly far away, but the middle ground is really bad. So if there's something in the middle, I have to put it on and then move over to it. Oh, yeah. I like your Pig Latin. Yes. Aye, under a, and stay uye. Owe, owe. It may be. At they, iwe. Av to a. Artste, Ockingte, Eigle, Iste. Sorry. I haven't done that in a while. I remember how to do it. So let's get to the music. Let's get to this guy's music, because that's what I want to. Because that's what he's doing now. He's a musician. He's on tour with Limp Bizkit, for God's sakes. So the first thing is I see this video, and then I hear about him, and then he's on a TV show where he's auditioning to be one of his angels, and it's basically you're in his band and you're in his polyamory cult. That's what it looked like. Now, in his defense, if you're on a reality show, the idiot producers come up with these things, and they encourage you to go along with them. So a lot of the stuff that you see on these shows is not real in any way, shape, or form. It's far-fetched garbage, and he knows. I think he leaned into it because it's a little bit of the bad boy image. You know, he's got like his harem. He was literally acting like Pimp Daddy Hugh Hefner. You know, he had the house with the backyard with the party grotto and girls in bikinis with angel wings and halos. And you're going to see them in a second, because I'm going to show you. He made a song, Go For It. It's called Go For It. And somehow he got on the Today Show in some city. I don't know what city. And it's his band. And they're playing live. Now, notice there's no drummer. There's a guitar player, there's a bass, and there's a keyboard. And they're barely... If you listen, you're hearing mostly a track. Now, he's going to sing. He's going to sing. I want you to listen to his voice. Watch his dancing. I mean, I'm only going to show little short clips of this, because you're not allowed to show, too long clips of this stuff. This is journalism, folks. So, yeah. Now, and this is live. This is him performing music live. Now, watch this, because I think there's a lot going on here. Okay? Corey 1. Take it away, Corey.
Get it.
All she wanna do is twerk.
Hit the club. Tell him.
They check your life again. Make you beg for mercy, still nobody notice them. Just when you think
There we go. Mi perdona. Okay. So, the dancing, immediately. It's very Michael Jackson inspired. The singing, it's a little flat. The phrasing's a little jumbly, right? This is what happens when you don't rehearse a lot. I mean, a lot. Because you start to work out the phrasing and stuff. The flat part we'll get to. I'm going to talk about that in a second. Oh, he's way better than Ray Gunn at dancing. Oh my God, yeah. So with a little direction, okay, somebody like me, if you were like, yo, we're hiring you as a director. He's really wants a director for the vocals, the music, and the dancing. I could direct that. If he listened to my direction, I could make that look like a world-class act really quick with some notes. And some simple notes. On just like how it's being presented, the way it's lit. I would like, if I looked at that, if I was hired to do that, my band, and I was like, God, all the bright lights are on. Like, the lighting's terrible. For that, like, spooky look, the lighting's wrong. You see, everything's just a little off. Everything. The costumes, a little off. The music, a little off. The notes, a little off. A little flat. It just need... Yes, Fallon. Yes. He doesn't have a stable crew, probably. He has a girl. There's a girl that he's always with. His wife, his partner. I think they're divorced, but she still helps him. She's part of the band. I don't know if she's the stable crew, though. Not sure. Maybe, she is, but she's not a director. He needs a director is what I'm saying. But somebody like him, that might not work. If he had a director, there's a way to pull certain things back, emphasize. Don't come out and start doing your moves right away. Wait. Ease into it. Don't start breakdancing immediately. Save it. Start in a cool pose, maybe with a certain outfit. Maybe to take your hat off. There's a way to work the beginning. And then as for singing, he's got a certain, I'm going to sing like this. He's going to do that. But it's all off. The lighting's off. The way the vocals are mixed is too clean, maybe. So, Yeah, here. Now let's look. Let's go. Here's the same song, a little more in. He brings out his guest. He's got a guest with him. Watch.
We got nothing to lose, so baby, let's go for it. Come on, let's go for it. We burst into the club, we start tearing it up. Don't get me down on the floor, we can dance some more.
Share the line with it, hit the club. You see this girl showing me love. Let's get it. You see that baby, share the line with it, hit the club. You see this girl showing me love. Let's get it.
I mean, his dancing's pretty damn good. Really. He's better than Britney Spears. He's better than most pop stars. He's better than Madonna. He's good. It's definitely an homage to Michael Jackson. He should be allowed to do that. If anybody puts on the hat and does the hat move, it's him. He was hanging out with Bubbles the monkey, and it was him, Bubbles the monkey, and Michael Jackson hanging out, him teaching him the moves. As for the singing, yeah, and the vibe, the rapper, the outfit. I don't know. Oh, yes, Brittany. I just saw a Brittany video recently on Twitter. Mr. Neologic. What's up, Neologic? Yeah, Brittany, I don't know. That kind of stuff I don't even notice. Because I use Britney Spears as an example for magic. There's some famous magicians that people like. And I'm like, and I never say this to people unless I can tell they don't like them. If somebody likes a magician and they're like, oh my God, I like so-and-so, I'll be like, oh, that's great. Yeah, he's great. Right? There's my reaction. If somebody's like, ooh, that magician, I'll go, yeah. My response is, Britney Spears can't sing or dance, but she made a living singing and dancing somehow. Her singing is, her dancing, my friends dance better than that. So, and here's the other thing about this whole phenomena that I'm noticing. Okay, so let's keep moving. There's a trajectory here. We're moving forward. I want these shows to move. So he does his music. Yeah, Britney, it's not. It's like, who cares? This guy here puts out this. He's got a band. It's not really a band. It's sort of a band. You can kind of tell they're basically singing along to a track tape. There's some live instrumentations a little bit. That whole thing is it's just off. Now, he got a lot of shiza for that. He did. People went after him. It's just like, and that's when it started. That's where I noticed something different. And that's where I noticed the phenomena, which is the title of the show, the Corey Feldman phenomena. People started they're the people that thought he's a brilliant genius for coming up with this. And then there are the people that think they feel bad for him because he's clueless. And that's what I want to talk about today. Because I think it's both. It has to be. It has to be. It has to be both. If you look at his story, I wrote down everything about him on a piece of paper the other day. I was like, if I had to play Corey Feldman in a play, what would I do? So here's what a snobby theater degree from a snobby university will teach you. You're going to get an acting lesson right now. So if anybody out here watching is an actor, wants to be an actor, wants to go to a snobby theater school, or doesn't want to go to a snobby theater school, I'll save you something right now. Here's an Easter egg in my show. Here's how you play a part. All right, let's say, Corey, I just got asked to play you in a movie. Okay? Let's say I got asked to play Corey Feldman in a film. Or a play. Let's say a play. The first thing you do, let's say there's a play about Corey Feldman, and I'm gonna play him at an older age. That's the story. Okay? I'm making this up right now. So the first thing I do is first I read the play, and then I take a piece of paper, and I write down everything the character, Corey, says about himself. Everything. I like to eat peanut butter. I really love music. I'm sad that I wasn't closer with this family member. Whatever. Whatever he says about himself. I'm always hungry. I'm always sleepy. I miss hanging with this. I dream of this. Whatever. Write it all down. Then I get another piece of paper. Now I write down everything everybody else says about Corey. Corey's crazy. Corey's this. Corey, blah, 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 blah. He doesn't focus. Okay? Musical. Yeah. Well, it would have to be a musical. So now I have that piece of paper and I have that piece of paper. And then the third piece of paper, you write down everything the playwright says about the character, Corey. For instance, in the stage directions, Corey runs into the room looking disheveled. You know, there's something the playwright's putting in there. Or Corey, acting extremely sleepy, looks panicked. Right? That goes on the third piece of paper. Because that is not a character's opinion. That's God speaking. God meaning the playwright, the person that's in charge of everything. Now you have three things. You sit down and now you go into a hole, a deep hole. And you channel all of that information and you come up with what Corey Feldman wants. Starts with the word T-O, and then there's a blank space. Wants to succeed, or wants to prove he is innocent, wants to prove he has talent, wants to show his family he's boss daddy, you know, and got his shit together, right? Once you come up with the overlying theme of what you're going to go do, every single act, section, page, paragraph, and line has an action driving to that action. And it builds and moves forward. And this is how drama works. This is how real life works. This is how real life operates. It's an imitation of reality. And that's why good acting is good acting. It brings you in. It sucks you into the emotional context of what's going on because there's an action. There's emotion. It's a ping pong game. One guy's trying to do this, another guy's trying to do that, and they're influencing each other, and that's what you're watching. You're watching them influence each other and act it. And that's why bad acting is bad acting. This is why I don't like Tarantino movies. It's not, that doesn't happen with the dialogue in those movies. It's very wooden. And so I'm explaining this because through that, what I see with Corey is it's a blend of all of these things. He is clearly an intelligent person. Um, what's it called? What is this? What is this? Hold on. Oh my God, Kiefer. Did I ever tell you my Kiefer story? I don't know if I've ever told that story on here. I'm not going to tell it tonight. I'm going to save it. I have a really good Kiefer Sutherland story. I must have told it on this show once. It involves a urinal. Yeah. In LA. Oh, no, I'm not going to tell it. Here's my analysis. I mean, I get him. I get what's going on. He's riding the wave right now. Recently, he has been attacked for this crazy guitar solo that's viral. If you put Corey Feldman guitar solo, right, you're going to see him doing a sucky guitar solo. Oh, yeah, now we're talking about Corey in a play. This is interesting. The guitar solo is terrible. If you gave me an electric guitar and said, go fake a guitar solo, I can do that, and it would look just like, because I'm not a lead guitar player. I can do basic leads. You know, I can play like, right? I can't play, I can't do arpeggios. No way. Hell no. I cannot do any of that stuff. I can play punk rock leads. Bass is a different story. I can do all sorts of stuff on the bass. Guitar? No way. But if I had to fake it like that, I could do that. Right? A lot of people can. I mean, it's horrible, but for some reason, it's plausible. It's like, you know, it's got a little Kerry King in it. It's a little dissonant, right? But it's clearly a joke. The song's called Joke. I don't know if anybody notices that. I mean, the song is called A Joke, and then he goes out and does it. All the mouth movements, yeah, it's bad. Ooh. This thing went viral, and people are like, is he a joke? Is this real? Is he a prankster? What's going on? And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, no, he's not pranking. There's no prank here. He's in a band. And he's famous enough as an actor to have a fan base. And they show up and they see him doing his thing, and it's not perfect. Now, if he was in a punk rock band, it would be very different. Some of the mistakes would be forgiven. And, you know, there's a lot of punk rockers that sing flat. So, punk rock is about the heart behind it. That's what he's doing. Unfortunately, he's playing pop music. You see what I'm saying? If I were his friend, I'd be like, bro, do a punk band. Yeah, I mean, so he's just riding, he's riding it. Wouldn't you? Put yourself in his shoes. You know, he's not going to be getting any Hollywood part right now unless it's a sequel to Lost Boys or a Goonies thing, which I hear they're doing. So he's probably going to be in that. And I hope there's a resurgence of his career. He should be in movies. It'd be great to see him in a Friday the 13th movie. I mean, you know. So he's got a fan base that's going to show up and see him do music. Is it the greatest music? No. Is it a little flat? Sometimes. Does he go for it? Yes. He does. He's got a thing. He's likable. He's very likable. He's got this funny, weird, likable character. And he's got enthusiasm. That's the word I don't hear people use as a good a lot. They don't go, wow, that guy's enthusiastic, and mean it as a good, like a yes, it's positive. I like it. I want that, because that makes everybody kind of enthusiastic. I don't hear people use that. I don't know why. Pump rock. Half pop and half, oh my God. That's pump rock. No, we're not punk rock. We're pump rock. You can lift weights to it. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean, he's clearly having fun, dude. They brought him on tour with Limp Bizkit. When he does his guitar solo now, Fred Durst runs out and, like, does a whole, like, sits in a chair, and they have a whole thing. Is Corey Feldman a weird dude? Yeah, clearly. Are not most actors and artists to some degree? I mean, actually, I'll take that back. I wish they were weirder, more of them. I want more Charlie Sheens, folks. What happened to him? Is he around? Oh, speaking of that, didn't he accuse Charlie Sheen? That's what we were talking about. Wow. That's weird that I said that. I think he accused Charlie Sheen of some Hollywood nonsense. I don't know. But I think he rebuked it. Right? Is that what we were talking about? That's the one he might have rebuked. Yeah, because you remember these guys were pointing fingers at who the PDDDs are. The PDs out there, Hollywood's got a problem with that stuff. And so that's why Corey was like, look, that stuff was going on, but actually Michael Jackson was the cool one. That's what he said. And that's why I was like, oh, that's interesting, because you'd think, you know, interesting. Right. Yes, they don't have he's all enthusiasm. Ah, there were those allegations. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say bad stuff. I love Charlie Sheen's stuff. Charlie Sheen has some of the best interviews I've ever seen. That one where he's trying to stay, well, he says he's sober. I don't know if he is. Tiger Blood. Dude, The Fanatic. Okay, so The Fanatic is another movie that I really, really, really liked. And it's a little off. I mean, duh. I like stuff that's a little off. Speaking of a little off, I want to show you a breakdancer. First, I don't know if you've seen... Now, I don't watch TV, but I catch glimpses of, you know, a little of the Olympics I caught. I caught a little of Cobra Kai, the new one. So I catch little pieces of things. And Tiger Blood. I've always wanted to get a Tiger Blood tattoo. Anyway, what the hell was I? Oh, so I wanted you to see, because I didn't know how good breakdancing got. World-class breakdancing? This is not... When I was a kid, I used to love to breakdance, and the New York City Breakers, whenever they were on TV, I would love it. They were so cool. But this, check this out.
Oh my God! Check it!
Okay, I mean, that's some of the best stuff I've ever seen. Just that right there. Some of those moves, when this show's over, go back and watch them. I mean, really, pause it. Do it in slow-mo. It's like hard to believe. It doesn't look real. It looks like a magic trick. The one guy's not even using his arms at one point. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's hard to believe. And then we have the Australian. And I don't know if you know this. This video can be taken down because I'm going to show a 2-second version of this. They're really, like, pulling it. I highly recommend Twitter. Twitter is the only place that does not pull all of the stuff. So, like them or not, Twitter really does have everything there. The things they're trying to hide, you can find them on Twitter. You still have to dig sometimes. Look at this. World-class breakdancing. I mean, okay, so the whole thing is like, I mean, it's not just, okay, that's bad. I mean, it's like actually bad. If you gave me a week of practice, I can do better than that. I'm not kidding you. Really, I'm not kidding you. A week, not even a week. I think I could do some backspins and stuff. Yeah. I can definitely do some of this stuff. No problem. No problem. So, oh yeah, all right. So, I mean, it's sloppy. It's not crisp. It's like if I was hired as a coach, I could fix that kind of. I couldn't fix it, but I can make it a little better with a few notes, just a couple. You know, like something's wrong. Okay, so. Yeah, well, the question is, weren't there better people in Australia? Of course there were. Turns out she's academia. She got her doctorate in breakdancing. Now, that doesn't mean she's good at it. She might know the history of it. There's a lot of people that, know a lot about magic and can't perform. There are people that perform magic and aren't good, and they perform at famous venues, and they're terrible. But somehow they got in, right? So this one here, you're like, how'd she get in? Well, if you look close, it looks like there's some dirt on it. It looks like they kind of academia'd their way in. They board membered their way in. They politicaled their way in. That's what everything does now. That's the way the world works. It's bad. And this is an example of it working really quickly somehow. It kind of was a smooth sail. Now, here's the question. Is it like a conscious hustle? Like, I'm going to hustle this? No, I don't think so. See, this is where I think people don't understand. So when someone judges these situations, like the Corey situation or her, they look at it like, they're a hustler. They're in on it, or they masterminded this. And it's never that. It's never that. Things are justified. People don't do things unless they justified them. When people do really bad things, even the World War II stuff, they think they're saving the world. Their version. And so looking at her and being academia and people cheering you on for doing a good thing, they'll forgive your flaws and they'll say you have spirit. And does she have spirit? Sure. I'm sure. And that's why I think she was clearly upset at the backlash. But somebody else should have been there. Because this made it so that they were like, nah, we don't need to do that ever again. And honestly, the rules were weird. They should have had better rules. But, she didn't get any... Hey, Cams, new person in here. Party on. They, oh, this is good. Dude, this chat tonight is great. If you're new to this, hit the like and subscribe and look at the chat. Oh, I know. I've been to their store. They have a lot of stuff. Oh, yeah. Should probably know. Well, okay. Dunning-Kruger. Yes, the dumb people think they're smart. Could be. I mean, she definitely is some sort of academia nerd. Got her doctorate. Her husband's involved. Her husband breakdances, and I saw the video of him breakdancing. It's not that good. It's not crispy. It's neither smooth nor crispy. It's neither. There's no art. The art is, I don't know. Now, does anybody ever remember something Foster? I know, Fallon, you're going to know this. Something Foster, the opera singer. She was terrible. They made a movie about her. Didn't see it yet, but I'm familiar with... She was a bad opera singer. She would rent out Carnegie Hall and sell it out. And I'm talking like, whoa, I mean, really bad. And the audience was like, hey, Ruth, you got to go back and watch this one. This is a good one. We're going to get to magic transparency soon. This has all been Corey Feldman. I could do another hour on this. I mean, really. So the breakdance thing to me is the academia version. The Corey Feldman version is the Hollywood movie star version. Both of them have people doing this. Blowing smoke up people's gazoindas. Gonna make up a new word every time I have to say a bad word. Seriously, that's all it is. And after a while, things go in directions that you might never have perceived. They start to shift. And you know what? Corey's riding it. And we're cheering him on. Some people, I think, get a little bit of a... I think some people... See, didn't get a notice. That's terrible. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Notify bell. Notify bell. Still doesn't always work. I honestly think that Corey Feldman blowing smoke really at some point thought, I think I can do this. I think I can go for it, hence the song. And he had enough people cheering him on. He had enough fans like me who like his old movies. And I think there's a little added feature. And the added feature is for the people that feel kind of bad for him. There's a weird, like, he's not that great, so we're going to cheer him on even more. And that's the weird one. And I'm getting very Friedrich Nietzsche here. That's the one where it's a little bit of a sympathy play for power. That's what I think. There's that too. I look at him like a magic trick, and he's working it. And I wish him well. I think he should keep doing music. I think he should do a punk rock band. You should do a punk rock band. And if you need one, Corey, I'll put one together and we'll go do a tour. But you're going to have to come party in New York City. Yeah. That would be cool. Imagine if I put a punk rock band together with him as a singer. Lorcan, thank you very much, brother. Bada bing, bada boom. Grazie, grazie, grazie. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. Now, as for the Australian, get out of the way. You should say you're sorry. You should realize, like, yo, all right, you're right. There was other better people. You know, it's just, it's too much. It's too much. It's ridiculous. I mean, that video I showed you, I mean, it's just like, come on. Did you know that world-class breakdancing was that extreme? There we go. See, we got roadies already. We need a merch guy and a roadie. I would never do a tour with him unless I got a piece of the merch. I'd be like, bro, you got to give us a piece of the merch. A percent. Corey Feldman and the blah, 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 blahs. Corey Feldman and the neck breakers. No, he's too peace and love. Oh, Corey. Oh, yeah. I'm sure he hates all things spooky and occult. He's very white light. I think he's into angels and stuff like that. Which is even better. Imagine a punk band with that as... Oh, my... He needs to do a punk rock band. He is interesting. You're right. That's a good one. I don't think he would never know the details. I doubt it. He has the general notion. Roots the merch guy. I love it. We'll get you a nice corset. If you wear a corset, you'll sell more t-shirts. That's what they always say. Get a lady with like a nice corset on and you'll sell way more shirts. Yes. Yeah. They did a whole little skim, what do you call it? Not a skim. They did something in the selection process. I mean, that is a very common thing. I told you, I don't want to keep saying it, but if you hired me to rig any election, you do what they do for real. You rig the primary. Oh, wait, it is the primary. But that's what you do. You This is how magic tricks work. Yeah, I mean, you do it early. And then at the end, you make it kind of look free. And so, yeah, there you go. See? I can't see. What's it say? Black Sabbath Heaven and Hell album. Oh, yes. Black Sabbath Heaven and Hell record's one of my favorites. I got to see the tour they did in like 06, 07 with Dio. Excellent. Whoa, my camera's weird tonight. I just noticed, usually the camera is like, I'm here. Interesting. Oh, well, it's fine. I want to talk about magic transparency. I could do a whole show on this, but I already wrote it in the title, so people are going to come here looking for it. And we're about an hour in. And this is a little bit, we can tie it to this subject of Corey Feldman phenomena. Magic transparency. So you probably don't even know what it means. Nobody does. Because I've never seen it. I've seen it mentioned, but not as a thing. And here's what it is. And we're going to talk about today real magic, meaning voodoo, black magic, witchcraft, prayer, whatever, magic. Doing something here that will influence something there. Okay? It's actually called sympathetic magic. That's the, what do you call it? Sociological, what do you call it? Anthropological word for it, I guess. Tonic water. Sangria soda. No booze. Wine soda. You might have to be in New York City to get this. I don't know if they sell this everywhere. So, and we're going to be talking about magic. Stage magic. The kind of magic I do at magic shows. I'm at Slipper Room next week. Anybody in town? 2 days. Friday and Saturday. Hit the like and subscribe too. And folks, these donations, thank you. People today have been hitting it. Thank you very much. So, magic transparency is this. We're going to start with a movement that I was really into as a kid. And that was the James Randi org, which is a magician who created a fund that if you could do something supernatural, you could win money. And he was out there debunking psychics, mediums, tarot card readers, astrology, whatever, right? And he's a magician showing you that it's not real, and if it is real, it's some sort of psychology, right? Or psychosomatic. And so like James Randi starts his lecture, he's passed on now to another realm. He starts his lecture by going, homeopathic medicine. And he reads that it's for sleeping, and it's like, warning, don't take more than 1 or 2 tablets, right? It's dangerous. Homeopathic medicine. He eats the whole bottle, and then he does his lecture, proving that homeopathic medicine not only is just sugar. If you gave the pill to a scientist, they couldn't even find the chemical that's claimed to be in the pill. The measurement's too small. So, that's what he does. And then he debunks ghosts, psychics, frauds, mediums. Penn and Teller do this too. It's something magicians always like to do. Now, a quick little magic lesson. In the world of magicians and magic, we have mentalists and we have magicians. We have stage illusionists. We have manipulators. There's different branches of magic. And the guys going around calling themselves mentalists, and listen, I've interviewed them on my show. I have many colleagues that are exclusively and only a mentalist. Now, the thing is, where I come from, mentalism and magic are the same thing. They're just different flavors. And one might rely on a different technique a little more than the other. It doesn't, but they both use the exact stuff. It's the framing in which it's being presented, which has a lot to do with everything I'm going to say. The framing. Let's remember that. Tonight's a magic lesson. You're going to learn a lot about magic in detail tonight. So anybody that's interested in real magic or fake magic, you're going to see me looping a lot of things tonight. So now we go to the modern world of magic of New York City, and I'm friends with pretty much every single magician in New York. I've either done a show with them, they've come to see my show, we're all friends, we all know each other. To some capacity, I've gigged with all of them too. It's kind of funny. And so, in the world of magic, magicians love pointing out where the BS is. You know, that ghosts aren't real, and that they're constantly doing it. It's kind of a thing. It's very common. And they're against it, and they have coalitions, and they're out there teaching the world that psychics are fake, and this and that are fake, and mediums are fake. And listen, I'm looking at you right now, honestly, on camera, and I'll say, I basically agree with them. But I have a big, big problem with what I call a problem in the art form they're selling of wonder. They are wearing a good guy badge. A very big one, and a lot of people on this show are very familiar with the concept. But it's not one thing to walk out on stage, because look, what are we doing here? What are magicians here for? I'm here to create wonder. That's it. Wonder. Comedians are there to make you laugh. That's first and foremost. You got to not acknowledgement laughter, ha, aha, but belly laugh, right? Right out of the gut, uncontrolled. So a magician, the best thing you can do is get a gasp, eruption, sometimes laughter, sometimes bursts of laughter, but wonder. Wonder's the goal. So for some reason, their mind, the first thing they got to do to get to that is put on a badge saying, I'm the good guy, they're the bad guys. Okay, you see where I'm going with this? Like, hi, I'm a magician, and you know, if you ever go to a psychic, it's fake. They're doing the same thing I'm doing. So just so you know, okay? Be careful, psychics are fake. All right, let's have a magic show. What does that add to the wonder? Can anybody give me an answer to that? I'm being very I have no idea. That is the most so for some reason though, they must get an ego boost from doing that. Something. Now, there's a lot of guys that do mentalism shows that do a disclaimer, and I know venues that make you do the disclaimer. And to me, it's the same thing, and you've heard me say this. Imagine going to see pro wrestling at Madison Square Garden, and the announcer goes, ladies and gentlemen, the wrestling match you're about to see is completely choreographed. We have to announce this for insurance reasons. Thank you very much. Sponsored by Disney. Okay. Boy, was that lame. So they do a disclaimer. Hi, everything you're seeing tonight is not a psychic power. It's done by man-made means. Let's have a show. And then they pretend to have psychic powers. So here's my thing. When I say magic transparency, here's my problem. They are, and this is where, I think people don't realize, people think they're doing good. They think they're doing a service. They think they're being the good guy. They think they're educating people. They don't want to see people suffer at the hands of a crooked, fraudulent medium. And they're there to say, hey, that's crooked and fraudulent. Okay? That's what they're doing. Right? So, and they're saying they're being transparent with their magic. They're like, look, my magic's not magic. I'm not claiming to have special powers. Okay? I am a wink, wink, a magician. And I'm fake, and you're going to pretend I'm real. We're going to pretend together. That's the premise of most magic shows. I don't think that's a good one. I think it should be, oh, you think magic's fake? Great, whatever. Sit back, breathe deep. And for 15 minutes or an hour, however long I'm doing my show for, I'm going to make you not want to ever care about how this stuff works. I'm going to make you realize there's real mysteries in the universe, real ones. No one's figuring out. And I'm going to create wonder that's going to make you feel like you're on a roller coaster for a second. And it's going to be a small thing that's going to flutter through your body. You're going to be like, oh, wow, that was a surprise. I didn't see it. That's what I'm going to do. That's why... Ooh, what's this? It's getting juicy. Juicy. What's this? Ah, interesting. Yes, they separate them, and you get paid more money. My agents will say, I got a mentalism gig for you. I can charge more. Sometimes I do them. I have a show. Well, no. Chris Angel is the good guy. Chris Angel did a whole show going after psychics and mediums. He is one of those. He is one of the ones wearing the good guy badge. Oh, more than anybody. He's one of the terribles. So here's my problem. How many magicians do a trick claiming it's sleight of hand when they're using a trick deck of cards? Or they do a trick where they're making it look like they're using intuition when they're using a trick deck. Or, dude, the amount of electronics now in magic is a lot. If you're rich and you go to a magic shop, dude, you're going to leave with some crazy gadgets now. Seriously. Here, I don't mind blowing this up. Well, no. It's not worth it. But you can buy crazy gadgets now. Fine. Use them. I don't care. Yeah, I will blow your mind. That's it. That's what magic is. It's a surprise. It's a big surprise. Comedy is a surprise. But comedy, right? So let's go. Okay. So to me, that's a version of magic transparency that's inconsistent. You know? And one, they're wearing a good guy badge. Two, they're trying to save the day. Why? Why bother? What are you doing? Entertain me. Tell me a story and entertain me. Now, if you want to get creative and end on a note where you expose that mediums are bad, whatever, but it's not going to be a good feeling. Everybody wants to think it's real. They all do. That's what we want. So why are you making a show out of things people don't actually want? Stupid. It's bad theory. It's like, okay. Now let's move it over to real magic. I've noticed something in the modern era of the occult movement. Now, when I say occult, I'm going to split it into two camps. One of the camps is tiny. Very tiny. You can. Yes, there's many really good mentalism gadgets now. Oh, that would be funny. They do. They sell some high-tech decks of cards. They have decks of cards that someone removes one and your iPhone tells you what card was taken out of the deck. I'm not kidding you. Stupid. The thing is, I can do the same trick without the... It's stupid. It's stupid. So here's the one I have a little pet peeve with. Magic. We've got the people that believe in the spirit realm. The metaphysical spirit realm, traditionally, whether it be gods and demons, or goddesses and horned gods, or gronky doodles and leprechauns, or the swirling energies of the Viper Kingdom, whatever. And I'm going to put in there all the religions and all the witchy poos and all the occult people. And then you have the atheist occultists that have a different version of that uses elements of that, but it's the causality, the how it works is through our atoms of the universe here, not through a spirit realm with ghosts and demons. No way. And so that camp is the smallest camp of them all. It's tiny. It takes a different kind of understanding than anything anybody could possibly understand. Most people that like that kind of stuff and think of magic on those terms, I'll call it atheist magic. Some people call it satanic magic. There's the chaos magicians, right? There are on that. Some of them are on that side. Some of them are on that side. But that gang, for that to work for real, and I mean for real, not just by happen chance, it's like exactly doing what I do on the other side of the fake magic. There's an amount of effort, and here's my explanation. This is the way I explain it in 1 second. And there's a mystery involved to this. So this is why there's some subtleties here. And this is why magic transparency is weird, because the group over here, the atheist ones, the ones that don't believe in all the gods and the angels and devils, like to point out to the general hoi polloi that their version of occult magic is different. And that it's, oh, no, we don't believe in that. And they kind of give out the secret. And I'm like, okay, it's published in books and we talk about it, but the lay audience doesn't need in on that. I mean, it's weird. Okay, so, again, it's a good guy. So, okay. The thing is, my way of explaining how that side works, the atheist side, is this. And, you know, that the book by Mortensen, my God, this is, I mean, I've done episodes on this, but if you saw someone standing across the street and you held up a photograph of, let's say, I always use the example of a little kid that was just run over by a truck. Something terrible. Something that's just like, oh, right? And you're like, whoop, and you show it. And once the person on the other side of the street saw what it was, you just altered every chemical in their body. You kind of just like right there changed everything. Now, to me, sympathetic magic, black magic, occult, voodoo, witchcraft, prayer, whatever, for good or bad, whoever, is this. The ability to get that person's chemicals to change, but they don't notice this. They don't see you hold up a photograph. It happens from other means. And mostly it happens from their own means, their own mythology, their own imagination, and how they frame things and the person's understanding of it. So it relies on a mystery and an understanding of everybody else's versions of what mysteries might be. And so that to me is a tradition that has been a part of the occult movement for millennia. And so those people are the ones that invented the magic tricks that we do as magicians. When I see someone contacting the spirit world from Long Island and the Long Island mediums and the Von Progs and, you know, I mean, really, I don't know if you've seen the shows. When I see those shows, it is quite shocking of the techniques being used because they're all familiar. It's been the same. It's textbook. It's not sort of textbook. It's textbook. So when I was younger, I had a fire in me to be like, ah, blah, 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 blah. And I did it for ego purposes to show people I knew what I was doing. You know? Like, I'm going to read the chat in a second. It's been very busy. So I was like, when I was a kid, I would expose things because it gave me an ego boost, and because I thought, oh, they trust me now. They think they know I'm smart now because I know I'm in on it. But now I would never do that, and I would tell a young magician that wants to do it, and I have done this many times. And this is why I don't hang out with most magicians. It's just like, again, what are you trying to do? What's the end goal here? I mean, really. What's the end goal? You're trying to make the world better by debunking things that they're hardwired to believe in? What? That's your entertainment? Okay, great. Good luck, buddy. I mean, it's really like bad. To me, it just like, it doesn't make sense. You're trying to create this thing that's building. I mean, here, let me look at the chats, because honestly, what do you folks think? I mean, hold on. Oh, here we go. Okay, here we go. Mentalism pays more. Yes, it does. A complicated. Yeah. I told you how to move on. I'm trying to read this fast. Wow. Okay. Haitian voodoo in that department. Magic can be an expert pickpocket. Yes. Yep. Entertain people to make money. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so you bring up something interesting. And I have something to say about this. Some magicians want to be seen as the only real magic, so they debunk everyone but themselves. So you have to understand that. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's something I wanted to bring up and I kind of forgot. And this is very important, and this is a great way to like go into the last phase of this whole chat, because there's always been a tradition. Okay, somebody once wrote, and I believe it was Robert Houdin, Houdin, Robert Houdin, but it's pronounced Robert Houdin. His name is actually Jean-Eugène Robert Houdin, and he's I would say, the grandfather of all modern magic, and so would a lot of other magicians. He's the guy Houdini stole his name from. Houdin, or Houdin. But, what's this? So, Houdin said, a magician is playing the part, a magician is an actor playing the part of a conjurer. So he's saying a magician is an actor playing the role of someone he's playing a fake magic person. Which I don't agree to that, actually. I don't like that. That's fine, but okay, we'll get back to it. Somebody refined it. Now, this is the one I don't know who wrote this. They wrote, a magician is an actor playing the role of the world's greatest conjurer, which is what you're saying there. Every magician you see, whether it's in your backyard or at Madison Square Garden, at that moment is the world's greatest magician. It's almost like they're playing an archetype. It's like playing Santa Claus. That second definition. The first definition is like you're just an actor playing the part of a fake magician. The second definition, the refined version, is you're playing the part of the world's greatest magician, which is kind of funny. I like that. I don't mind that. And I used that in my own mythology of how I present magic and what my goals are. And Rick Sherman, who's in here now, he's bopping in and out of here. He and I have a lot of deep chats about magic. He is a magic philosopher himself and a mentalist. If he's still in here, we'll say yes, he is. And we have deep chats about this. And my presentations of magic, and I'm saying fake magic now, not the real version stuff, because to me they're the same thing. They're the same thing. They use the same techniques, the same mind things. The only difference would be is on the black magic atheist side, not the cronky doodle side. The atheist side, ritual is the subconscious part. If someone ritualizes, they pray, they meditate, they do a ritual, a ceremony, that is you getting your subconscious ready to handle some of the mind games you're about to play. You're getting your it's almost like a psych up technique, a self journey of sorts. And then there's the part B. And I'm actually writing a book on all this right now. But on the magic trick side, my character and how I've been looking at it, and tell me if this makes sense, because what's this? God complex? I don't know if it's that. Yeah, maybe. But okay, so here's how I look at it. Because somebody once asked me if because some people won't do mentalism until the end of their show, and so I blend it in. To me, it's all a blend. It's all, there's things that happen, and sometimes the audience can maybe guess what technique I might be using to do the impossible part, but then I usually break those expectations too. And some of the stuff I do is dead real. Some of it's not. Some of it's a mix of the two. It's a very complex blend of reality and fantasy. It enables me, once the tone is set, once I can set a tone, then I can do really crazy stuff. So, and that's with walk around magic, I would say. When I'm doing mingle magic, that's my jam. I go into a zone, I can just go. Stage magic too, to a certain degree, but stage magic's got a little bit more of a shape. So, here's what I see it as archetypes go. On those definitions of what magic is and the transparency of the powers behind it. I have a problem with a lot of modern... that's funny. I have a whole story about that. Wow. This is it. I'm going to explain this. I think you're going to like this. I always thought magic, whether it be Harry Blackstone or David Blaine or whoever, there's a dark quality to it. There's definitely a darkness. Even Doug Henning, who was the most, look him up, Doug Henning, 70s, hippie, mustache, jumpsuit, rainbows, dancing, right? I mean, a giant bowl of fruit on his head with like pink fringe and feather boots would not look out of place in his show. It was so crazy, zany, colorful, and not spooky, and he made it work somehow. But he was kind of creepy. He had a creepy kind of facade to him. So to me, magic is darkness. It is mystery. Mystery is darkness. The dark is mysterious. Right? So magic is mystery. It is mystery. Remember I said the guy across the street, he's like, ugh. So when the guy gets sick and croaks, there's a mystery. See what I'm saying? So, my problem with most magicians, yeah, I loved him too. Sweet guy too, from what I gather. My problem with magicians is when they come on stage and they're like, I am Mr. Mystery, and I am like a James Bond kind of guy with a deck of cards or a thing. Like, I know for a fact that guy never stole a damn thing using his powers. Or helped anybody for that matter either. For real. Not helping them by debunking a psychic. I mean, really helping. You see what I'm saying? So it's a facade. It's not real. They really didn't travel the world and study under a guru and come back and they're lecturing. Because to me, that's what a magic show is. It's a lecture. It's someone demonstrating some fun stuff that they learned. And I always thought that was the problem, is you're seeing these dudes and you're like, that guy couldn't talk his way out of a paper bag if he had to, for real. You know, I want to see the real thing. That's why when I see people doing 3-card Monty, I'm like, how many times did they ever do that and actually scam somebody? You know, they learn the theater version, not the real version. I want to see the real. They want to see the real. The audience does. So my whole life's been a wild journey. I've lived a wild life. And I've channeled that into my magic show. It's all real. Right? To me, it is real. The fake magic show is real. It's all real. It's all based on my whole life. So all the things and all the thangs and this and that and the others, I put the time, the work, the energy. So when they come and see my show, they're meeting the real person. They're seeing the real person. And I want them to feel that. I want them to be like, oh, we saw those dudes. We saw these guys. This is what they're basing their acts on. This kind of stuff. That's the feeling I want. I also want people to feel in their heart that what they're watching is a long, long tradition, which it is. How could you not feel it? There's a you can feel the ancestors coming through with a magic show. And that doesn't mean you have to tell them it's all psychic powers or not. You could do this old 3-card monte scam. It doesn't matter at that point. They're just dazzled by the power of the wizard. The tricks are the tricks. And yes, they will get you to be like, how'd you get that there? Oh my God, it's in his pocket now. Whatever that is. But when they leave, the real thing is, wow, we got to see a real guy do his thing. Like that was the real version of that. Oh my God, that was cool. That's what they want to see. They're let down when people are like, I'm fake, magic's stupid. You're letting them down. All right, I'm not going to say anymore. I could go on and on. Dark quality. Well, yeah. I mean, it has to be. I'm an atheist because that's how God made you. Wait, what's this God complex? Center intention. You can't have a God complex if you don't believe in God. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, God complex. Well, yeah. Well, they have a good guy complex. I don't know if God or whatever. They want to be the authority. Like, I know what I'm doing, and I'm here to help you. That's what they want. It's like, great, but all right. I mean, I just don't think it's my duty to tell people Santa's not real. I just don't think that's my department. That's somebody else's. I'll stick to wine soda and good music. Now, I wanted to end tonight with, I'm going to show the trailer for Blackula. William Marshall and Blackula. If you've never seen the movie, watch it. I'll give you a little 2 seconds. There's a scene that's going to be in the trailer where Dracula says, I think it's at the very beginning of the trailer. Dracula says some line. He calls him, I call you Blackula. William Marshall, this guy, when he got the script, he said, I'll do the script, but I got to write an opening scene. And he wrote an opening scene, which I don't want to spoil it. Well, no, I'll spoil it. It's the opening scene. It's right away. As soon as the movie starts. Prince Mamuwalde is with his wife, and he looks great, and she's beautiful. And they have these great African outfits, and they go to Castle Dracula to get Dracula to sign a treaty to end the slave trade from Africa. Great setup. Already, like, you should be like, oh, right? Cool story. And Dracula is Dracula. He's a bad guy. He basically says some bad stuff to the bride. I don't want to spoil it. And he imprisons and he makes him Blackula. Okay? That was his right. He wrote the scene and they added it in later. And so the sound is terrible. So a lot of people watch the movie and the opening scene, the sound is like, ugh. And they kind of give up on it. I'm telling you, it has really good actors in it. It's got some outlandish makeup effects. It's funny. It's very 70s. It's scary. There's some scary moments. I love it. Oh, yeah. And the sequel's good, too. Oh, what's kill count? Ooh. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Ruth. Yeah, I mean, it's a good movie. What else? So next Monday, I don't know if I'm going to be here. I'm actually tonight I'm going to stop talking until Friday. Because I have to talk for 3 days, 12-hour days on a microphone. It's hard. I love it, though. I love it. I can do it. I'm good at it, and I can do it. It's a lot of work. Not many people can do that kind of stuff. And I'm stage managing, too. I'm like, these shows are kind of put together last minute. Sideshow, magic show, band, pole dancing, tattoo contest. Check it out. Custom Culture Fest 23, 24, 25 in Brooklyn. Yeah. Santa Claus. Oh, Santa Claus from Futurama? I don't know that. I'm telling you, you got to watch Blackula. It's actually really scary. William Marshall was a Shakespearean actor, and then he went on to be the first king of cartoons. He was only on season 1 and 2. And then 3, 4, 5, and 6, I think, is another guy. But, dude, let the cartoon begin. I mean, dude, And when I did the screening of Blackula in Rockaway Beach in the middle of the winter with strippers in a tent, I kid you not, that was, 5 years ago? We showed in the middle of winter during Black History Month, in the winter, Blackula. And we had go-go dancer girls in bikinis for every party scene in the movie. And William Marshall's son called to wish me luck. He sent me a message. I was like, "Aw." He's like, "Glad that you're keeping my dad's name out there." I was like, "Cool, son." I will look up Futurama Santa. I'm going to read these texts in detail again. I hope I didn't miss anything. What a great show, everybody. Thank you very much. I had a good show. If you're new, say hi, hit the like, hit the subscribe. I think we made some sense tonight at Corey. Not a lot, but some. Yeah, I love doing these shows. I'm going to keep doing them. Next week, I might take a week off. I'm not sure yet. I might need Monday to recover. Sometimes when I'm done, I'm like, for a day or two. And then that following week, I should be good to do one. So, thank you. Spread the word. Pass it on. I always tell people, if you can't donate, just pass it on. Tell someone to check it out. I have a lot of great back episodes. They're some crazy, especially the really old ones. There's some crazy, elaborate stuff I was doing. My werewolf episode, it was like one of my earlier ones. There's crazy stuff. Ultimately, Corey is inevitable. I love it. Corey rules. I do. I do like him. Watch the video, Ascension Millennium, when we're done. That's the one. All right, folks. Party on. Blackula all the way.
You shall pay, Black Prince. I curse you with my name. You shall be Blackula.
Blackula, the Black Avenger, rising from his tomb to fill the night with horror. Blackula, Dracula's soul brother, deadlier even than he.
You know, he is a strange dude.
You're the nut that ran in front of my cab. You're the only imbecile on this street. Boy.
Blackula.
Look at man, you found, he's got to be around here somewhere. Now listen, you take your hands off of me. I don't know you.
He thirsts for your blood. He hungers for your soul. Warm young bodies will feed his hunger. Hot, fresh blood will quench his awful thirst.
Make it a Bloody Mary. Are you, into the occult?
No!
How about the, heavy stuff?
What do you think of vampires?
Vampires? I think they're possibly the most fascinating of all.
More horrifying than Dracula. The Black Avenger, Blackula. From American International Pictures.
You shall pay, Black Prince. I curse you with my name. You shall be